Yikes. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and this is my review for the new X-Men superhero film, Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix was directed by Simon Kinberg, and it stars James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, Jennifer Lawrence, and more, as it is an all-star studded cast. This movie follows Jean Grey as she develops this new power that can destroy the entire human population, and the X-Men have to go and try to stop her. So I've been a big fan of all of the X-Men films for the most part. There are a couple in there that I haven't really liked. X-Men Origins Wolverine is probably the worst of the bunch. I wasn't a big fan of the Wolverine, and X3 The Last Stand, I don't remember it that much. X-Men Apocalypse, I had some fun with it. It's not very good, but there are some moments in that film that I really enjoyed. Going into this movie, I was really looking forward to this. Now, things were not looking very good. It has a very low Rotten Tomatoes score. I don't think this movie is as horrible as the reviews have made it out to be. However, this is not a good movie. It's just not. There are a lot of key problems with this film. One of the big key problems with this movie is you can tell that Simon Kinberg has never directed anything. The way he choreographed certain shots didn't fit. A lot of the dialogue in this film, because there's a lot of dialogue, is so boring. You really don't care about a lot of these characters because you haven't developed an emotional attachment with any of them. And Simon Kinberg, I feel like, doesn't know how to craft directing a ensemble cast of this magnitude. And I wish that they would have let him at least put his teeth into something else before going into this movie, because this movie's just very flat. It gives you a little bit, but it doesn't fill your palate. And that's the one thing I will say about this movie. I wanted more from this. This film felt like it was very small, just very small on scale. Now, the third act with the train sequence is the best part of the movie, but I think at that point, a little too late. Now, some of the performances in this movie, James McAvoy, he always gives a great performance. Jennifer Lawrence was pretty good in this movie, but the rest of the cast just kind of felt like they were there. And I really have loved Sophie Turner in Game of Thrones, but I haven't found her to really give anything else to the same magnitude of Sansa Stark in any other role that she's ever had. And I don't know if that's because you typecast her as Sansa Stark, but I just feel like she hasn't developed enough as an actress outside of Game of Thrones. Now, I really think there's a lot of potential there. Maybe a more seasoned director could have helped her in this type of film, but a lot of the weight that needs to fall on Jean Grey's shoulders in this movie just don't feel that big or that large of scale because of the fact that Sophie Turner just did not feel like it was a flushed out performance. And I wish that she would have given us more, and I wish that they would have had a different director on board for this. This movie also does something that I really hate, and that is giving away a huge spoiler in the trailer. The first trailer for this movie shows Mystique, played by Jennifer Lawrence, dying. And that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake, because if I would have gone into this film not knowing that, the emotional element leading up to her death and her death overall would have probably hit me a little bit more. But because I saw it coming in the trailer, it didn't hit me at all. I just didn't really care. And I wish that I would have cared, because I have really loved what Jennifer Lawrence has done in these films as Mystique. I think she's really brought a lot out of that character. But because her death was so forced in these trailers and we knew going in that she was going to die, I just never really truly felt any connection to her death. I never felt like saddened or that Jean Grey needed to be stopped. There is really no stakes in this film. Nothing ever feels like it's dangerous. Even Jean Grey at her most powerful doesn't feel that threatening, and that is a problem for me. I wish that this movie would have done more. I wish that it would have given us a little bit more of those character moments and those emotional deep cuts. But this film just falls a little flat to me. It's not horrible. It's not a piece of trash, but it is not very good, and I don't recommend you go see this. You can definitely wait for this one to come out on Redbox to rent it. Anyway, guys, what did you think of X-Men Dark Phoenix? Let me know your comments right below. Make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. I will be posting up more content this weekend. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.